Hey guys, this morning we are going to be working on the fanboys and punctuating fanboys appropriately to make sure we don't have any run-on sentence or incomplete sentences or sentence fragments. So what that's going to look like is when you go through your piece, you can print out your piece or you can just go through your computer and take a look and look out for these words. You don't have to have all of these words in your piece. You are looking to see if you used punctuation appropriately here. Because remember, the fanboys stand for the following words: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. If you have a sentence that starts with one of these words, you have an incomplete sentence. You will either need to put a comma before one of the fanboys that you used and connect it to the previous sentence, or get rid of it and use a period with the previous sentence and capitalize your the next word, the first letter of the next word. Because if you leave it that way, you've got a sentence fragment. So here's our possible issue. You might have a comma missing. Now if you're connecting two words like peanut butter and jelly, obviously you don't need it, but it is something that you do need to look for. Here is the sentence example. Here's your subject verb in your sentence, followed by a comma. There's your fanboy, and then subject and verb, because these words connect two complete sentences together. Okay, so there's a sentence connected with one of the fanboys, in this case, and in your sentence. Here's the example of the rough draft, and I'm going to show you for the piece written by the boy who wrote about asking the girl to the dance, or asking her to dance at the school dance. This is his rough draft, and he did put little clouds around his work. And you can see that in the first sentence, the darkness crowded over me like a blanket on a cold winter night. There he circled his and, put the comma there, and you can tell he put it there because it's a little darker than usual, than the rest of the piece. Okay? He put his comma there, and I was trying to get my eyes to adjust to the flashing of the lights. He deleted this sentence here, and then he continues. We were at the school dance on a Friday afternoon, and all I could see and hear were people jumping up here and there, and people standing around talking to each other and listening to the music. You can see that he did identify all of his words here. They were all ands. He got rid of some of them. You can do that as well. And then in this case, between afternoon and, he added his comma. And I could see and here. This one he left alone because see and here are together, where people jumping up here and there. Same thing with this situation. He added the comma here. People standing around talking to each other and listening to the music. What the other thing he could do is just end his sentence here, put a period there, and then make this a new sentence because it's getting a little long and it's right on the borderline of having a run-on sentence, but he was able to fix it. So when you go through your piece, look for your fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. This revision chart is in your packet. It's number 10. This is the possible problem that you might have. It doesn't mean you have a problem. It's just something you're checking for before you continue to work on your piece. And then this is what the structure of your sentence should look like. I'm going to pull out my piece again to see if I have that. This first paragraph, I'm just going to go through and just put little circles or clouds around any of those fanboys. In this first paragraph, I read it before this lesson, and I don't think I have any here. And again, there may not be anything wrong with it. It's just that I'm double checking to make sure that I used appropriate commas here. Okay, didn't have any in that one. I also want to check the revisions that I made to make sure those are punctuated as well. Here we go. There's an and. And then I continue to this paragraph. So I'm going to go look through this one. There's an and. People heckled and booed. These two go together, so I don't need my comma there. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Let me pull the sky up here.